Laurel is an aromatic evergreen shrub found natively in the Mediterranean. It is known formally as Laurus nobilis and commonly as a laurel tree, bay laurel, sweet bay, true laurel, Grecian laurel, or simply laurel. Its leaves, also known as bay leaves, are a common herb used in cooking. When laurels are made into a crown or wreath, which is also known as a laurel, they are known to be a symbol of high achievement, dating back to ancient Greek origins. The common idiom, to rest on one's laurels, is referring to these same laurels. Since the 6th century BC, the leaves of the laurel tree have been given as a token of achievement, specifically to winners of the Pythian Games in Greece. The pre-Christian Greeks and Hellenistic and Roman authors associated their god Apollo with laurels. Apollo was the Greek god of music, poetry, art, the sun, and is the patron of archery. The story goes that Apollo insulted Eros, the god of love. Eros shot Apollo with one of his arrows, instilling in him a passionate love for the nymph Daphne. Eros then shot Daphne, instilling in her a deep hatred for Apollo. Apollo continued to pursue Daphne, who called upon her father for help, and her father answered her plea by turning her into a laurel tree. Apollo vowed to honor her forever as the tree. He embraced the tree, cut off a branch to wear as a wreath, and used his powers of eternal youth and immortality to render her evergreen. For this reason, the leaves of the bay laurel tree do not decay. This belief caused the Greeks to present laurel wreaths to winners in the Pythian Games, which were held in honor of Apollo every 4 years from the 6th century BC. Following the decline of the Greek and Roman empires, the use of wreaths of laurel as emblems of victory fell out of fashion and didn't re-emerge until the Middle Ages. In modern times, laurel wreaths, or sometimes olive wreaths, are still given to high achievers across a range of categories, including literary achievements, military prowess, and during graduation ceremonies in Italy. The tradition of the laurel crown marking high achievements lives on in the form of the title Laureate, which comes from the Latin laureatus, meaning crowned with laurels. The first use of this term since classical antiquity was as poet laureate, given to Italian Albertino Massato in 1315. This was a distinction bestowed upon one poet who would provide poetry for the state or monarchy. In 1668, Britain appointed their own poet laureate, and today so do several other countries, including the US, Australia, India, and Ethiopia. Outside of poetry, there is also the composer or music laureate, also known as the Master of the King's Music, and the term laureate is also used for recipients of the Nobel Prize, the Gandhi Peace Awards, and the Student Peace Prize. The expression to rest on one's laurels, or as it was originally coined, to repose on one's laurels, means to be satisfied with past success and do nothing to achieve further success. Laurels referring to past success, and resting being similar to basking in the memories of former glories. There is a cautionary element to this idiom, warning that people who have risen high can also fall if they aren't diligent. However, this was not always the case. In the 18th century, it was used to signify a well-earned rest or entrance into retirement for a high achiever. It was not until later in the 19th century that this expression became more critical. This can be seen in the 1825 review magazine, The Literary Chronicle, which praised the work of Maria Edgeworth, while at the same time warning her not to rely on past accomplishments. The magazine jests that she should not repose on her laurels and rest satisfied.